I'm Matt of A Farm Hop Life, and we've got a full house right away. Pretty awesome. Let's go around. Let's start with that guy over here, Christopher.
Hey, it's Christopher with Secure Coop, and I am doing great today. You
Good,
want to
man.
know updates?
Yeah, in a second.
Yep.
Um, yeah, thanks for being here, man.
Yep.
And Jeremy, go ahead.
I'm Jeremy on TikTok as DeweyLikeDonuts, homesteading, gardening, prepping, all of that stuff.
Nice. Thanks for being here. And Scott.
Hey, I'm Scott. I'm up in the mountains in Colorado, Little Pine Farm, and it's good to be back.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for
Everybody
having us.
actually everybody checked in like I'm going to be there tonight, and tonight we're talking about falling behind and catching up. And let's catch up because it's been 3 weeks since I did one of these. So, and I think Scott, since the last time you've been on, we changed it up, so we don't do like current events anymore. It's just
Okay.
personal events. So let's share like a recent personal event. Christopher, why don't you go ahead?
Well, I got the notice like on a Friday after morning that my parents may be having surgery, and Friday night, yeah, they are definitely having surgery. And call mom, hey, you need help? Yes. So I'm buying tickets and flying out Sunday morning. That was 3 weeks ago. Um, yeah, so they both had big surgery. Dad had a total knee replacement. Mom had a hip replacement, and within 10 days of each other. And so I was like, "What? That's crazy." Um, but it went smoothly. Uh,
Good.
yeah, they were in. Mom just came home today.
Nice.
Dad has been home. He's doing well enough to climb stairs on his own. He's really like yesterday. I heard the dryer like I didn't go down and turn on the dryer. It's because he climbed the stairs to get take care of it himself. He's really a very I'm gonna do it got kind of a guy. My
Yeah.
stepdad. Yep.
Sure.
So I've been hanging out with them. I'm up in Illinois and helping out where I can and working on secure coop while I'm here and beating my head against the wall today with an issue where I couldn't even copy the files to my test devices. None of them I could copy the files to. All of a sudden, what was going on? And I just moments ago realized where the problem is. So, just one day at a time. I'm keep knocking. Talking about falling behind. I keep falling behind with this stupid project, and I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
You
But
better.
it's a big fight, man. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk more about that in just a couple of minutes. Jeremy, why don't you go ahead? Give us an update. Personal event.
Personal events, so I mean, like, family's doing great. I mean, there's no big events that I can really speak of. But, like, I had an aha moment this week with a fence that I'm trying to build. And it's part of that's on my list of projects that I've fallen behind on and trying to get caught up, and how to make a sliding gate work so that I can get into the backyard. It's kind of an aha moment for me. But, I mean, we're doing good, man. We're doing well.
Good, good, man. Scott, go ahead.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. Things are good out here. For the most part, I had a really stupid knee injury. And so that's put me behind a couple of months where I want to be. But it's feeling better. I'm optimistic. I've got about a month and a half till my elk hunt window opens up. So I'm hoping that I'm ready for that. But I got some good guys I'm going out with. So whatever. We'll figure it out.
Rifle, I'm assuming.
Yeah, this year. Next year,
Yeah.
I'd like to get into the muzzleloader too and
Oh, yeah, nice.
Nice.
try to play 2 seasons.
Now, when does
I-
elk season open up?
I'm not sure. I'm on like a late season over the counter tag because I didn't get my stuff dialed in early enough to put in for the main draw. So my window is October 29th to November 6th, which is late after the main season for sure.
Right. Yeah, I've already seen just driving back from our road trip. I saw one, maybe two elk in the back of a truck already, and I was like, "Oh, nice, way to go!" And it's only archery so far. So people that can get an elk with a bow are pretty impressive to me.
It is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a big animal. So I can't even.
Yeah, we can hear
a
them
rifle.
bugling around the neighborhood from time to time. It's
Oh,
great.
really?
Yeah. We're
That's just not you practicing your bugles.
Nope. No, I haven't been practicing at all. I've just been trying to keep things together and watch after client dogs with the bum knee.
Sure. Yeah. How'd you hurt your knee?
Oh, dude, it was so stupid. I wish it was a good story. I wish I was doing something cool. I was talking to the neighbors, and I noticed there was like this little plastic toy shotgun up in a tree, and they're like, "Oh, that must have been there for years." And it was only 10 or 12 feet up, so I just scrambled up and grabbed it and scrambled back down and got to a very safe low level and let go and dropped like 24 inches and just landed weird on one foot, and it was a minor MCL tear.
Dang, dude.
Oh, dang.
Just dropping 2 feet out of a tree, which I've done my whole life. I mean,
What do you do? What are you, like, mid-30s?
39.
39?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I woke up this morning and I like got out of the bed and I'm like, what did I do to my foot? I was sleeping. Like, what?
I was sleeping.
Yeah, it's a good reminder that, like, from here on out, man, I keep up on my yoga or I die. So those are my options.
Right. Hey, Christopher, just to let you know, or whoever that is typing, I think that's Christopher. That's loud.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. So, oh yeah, personal events. I forgot where we were. We took like a 10-day road trip with the whole family, and that was an experience. It took us the first day. It took us 5 hours to go 200 miles. So,
Yeah.
but that'll happen. But it was good. I mean, it was exhausting, but it was also good. We saw a lot of stuff. And so we went to like the Oregon coast. We went through like Idaho, the way that nobody travels. And it's super cool. So like I've only seen on TV where they have like those little cable cars for people to like park on one side of the river to get to their house on the other side. I've only seen it on TV. Well, now I've seen it in real life. And like those people are serious. And
Did you ride one? Like that's the
I wish I could. Like it's the area of the country that you don't knock just for fun.
Yeah.
You better have a real good reason, like I found your dog or something.
Yeah. No warning shots, kind of part of the country.
I did see the sign. Oh man, I totally forgot what it was, but it was a good one. It's like something about like there are no warning shots, basically. Like
ammo's too expensive these days. There's no
There's people that we know, and then there's people that get buried at the end of the driveway, kind of thing.
We don't have to call 811 anymore. We know where to take.
Wouldn't that be something? Hey, you already buried a body here. You're gonna have to move over 5 feet. So let's go around again. What's some stuff that you guys have fallen behind on, and is it and like why? Is it just because like we've taken on too much, or you just kind of like maybe got a little lazy, or like other things have just like completely taken over your life? Let's just go around the same order. Christopher, why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, it's always really tempting as I've been aching to get this project finished to put aside other really important stuff. So I have not made the best of progress, like with the solar panels, and I just picked up yet another solar powered system for dirt cheap. So now I've got 4 systems I'm ready to install, plus solar water preheater. So I've got quite a bit to do. But I'm just going to have to keep chipping away at it one at a time. One of the ways I'm trying to work with my diet and figure out, because I just get this real terrible apathy and brain fog, and I've been trying like this week I've been trying to doing carnivore diet, and so it's only meat, but increasing the fat intake, because counterintuitively, fat helps you not only lose weight but also helps your brain to focus better. So I'm trying that. Yeah, yesterday was actually really good, and today is pretty good. So I'm just just trying new things with that, and excited about the possibility then of not just not dragging my feet and falling behind more in life, but being able to start a day right and get right at it. I notice that when I'm feeling good, I just don't go to distractions. I go and I do what I know what I really want to do, and it's like this is the meat. This is what I really want to do, is to be getting out there and building up the little baby homestead that we've got going.
Right.
So that's what I really want to do, and so I don't want to be just sitting around being a sloth. And so for me, it's just trying all I can to focus on my health and getting that adequate sleep every night, and getting in some exercise, and yes, watching the diet and saying no to all the temptations, and it's just that constant fight every day. I am falling behind, but we're making progress. We're just making slow progress. That's all.
I'm glad you threw in exercise there, because I was going to ask you if you get up and walk around, because I know you have like a desk job.
I do. Yeah.
What do you do for exercise? Because I'm on my feet all day, but I don't exercise. So it's like
I don't do a lot. I'm building the consistency more at this point in time. I've got somebody that I text every morning. Yes, I'm about to do my thing, and it's some lightweight inverted push-ups and some lunges, and every few days I add a little more reps to that, and then I go for a walk, and I started picking up the pace of the walk, so it's a little bit faster. So I'm just trying to work in so that I'm really consistent, that I don't let a day go by without just getting some exercise, with the goal of building up to some really good stuff. But for me, it's always been a problem with consistency more than doing it. Like I'll get into it, go great at it for a while, and then just it falls off, and I can't get myself back in motion. So getting the consistency is that hammer blow, and that was a lot easier to start with. Saying, okay, I'm gonna do just freaking 5 minutes or 2 minutes, and I'm gonna tell them I did it, or I'm gonna tell them I'm going to do it, and every day, boom, just hitting it every day. And so that's I think I'm on the right track. It's just going to take a while.
Yeah, it's just with exercise alone for me, sticking with it has been tough. Like what I've been hearing a lot of lately, and from like two completely unrelated like podcasts that I've listened to, is like it's hard now, it'll be easy later. And like that's not just, they weren't even talking about exercise. It was like talking about doing difficult things so it's just easier for you later.
Yes.
You gotta put in the work.
Yes, it is.
So yeah. Do you guys have anything to add to Christopher's stuff?
I think the consistency thing is so huge. That's like the eternal battle with my scattered autistic brain, is just like forming new habits is so hard. And especially like having been out of the game a bit with the knee thing. The few habits that I had managed to cobble together have kind of fallen apart. And so now that I'm rehabbing, I'm trying to work on that same consistency thing. Like, yeah, I can't put in a full day yet because my knee will start throbbing and I'll probably set myself back. But, I can do a couple of things. I can dig some potatoes and work on the firewood situation a little bit every day. And so it's at least better at the end of the day than it was when I woke up. That's something.
Right. Yeah, just get a little bit further than you were when you woke up, I guess.
Well, I think the whole diet thing plays in huge.
Oh yeah.
You mentioned Christopher. I mean, like I've cut out wheat from my diet for the most part. I mean, every now and then I have a little bit, but like I did keto for a while, and to me, keto wasn't very sustainable. But like cutting out the wheat and the like all those types of carbs, like I still eat carbs, but not wheat based and gluten. Like those really affected me and made me feel kind of sluggish. So I think that kind of helps with some motivation to get out and do things. At least for
No.
me, it does.
No, absolutely. It's funny that you mentioned that because I'm not keto. I'm not like paleo or anything like that. All I did was reduce the number of carbs that I ate, and I felt like way better.
Yep.
And
Meat and veggies is most of what I eat.
Yep.
try to. On vacation, I completely destroyed that, and I get like every once in a while, I almost need like a reminder why I eat the
Why?
way I do, because like I was like, I'm like shaking. Like I need to eat within like the next 10 minutes or I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah.
Like and it gets bad. Like and so it's just that it sucks to feel that way. And I used to feel that way every day.
Oh
like,
man, all the time. I used to feel that way all the time. And being fat adapted now, it's great. You go hours without eating. I love it.
Yeah.
Christopher, are you full blown keto or just
Full blown keto, man. Only
Okay.
beef and water. This is my water I'm sucking on, and no salt, no anything. Just beef, water. I'm trying
so you were strictly carnivore diet, like that's
strict
it?
carnivore. Yeah, I've been doing
Wow.
that 2 years, and it's had great. I lost 30 pounds. I was having career-threatening shoulder pain because working on the computer all the time. Now it's like no aches, no pains,
Wow.
clear
Nice.
skin, no problem with heartburn, no problem with a lot of things are going right with it, but still, and like improved focus, but still not where I need to be. And so I'm just saying, all right, we're going to try some fat. So I put some butter back in, and we're going to try some butter and a little bit of decaf coffee in the morning. Butter on the steaks, butter, just max out the butter. And people are suggesting that. I've heard it several times. It has a ring of scientific truth, and you don't really know those kinds of things until you actually just try it for yourself.
Okay. Yep, gotta try it.
Yeah.
The wheat was, or the gluten was, like I had bad reflux, like omeprazole for 10 to 15 years.
Ooh.
And I've finally gotten off it. Like I'm off of everything.
Yeah, I'm all for
just through
everything.
diet.
Yeah.
It's all through diet. And lost
Nice.
20 pounds like that.
Yeah, I'm off of everything myself. I just take
It's a good feeling.
I just take a
See,
magnesium. That's it.
I take a different approach. I eat everything, man. My biggest problem, especially since moving to altitude, has been not losing weight, and I'm trying to gain. And so it's just like homemade ice cream and sourdough bread and
It sounds amazing.
just millions of eggs and mashed potatoes and toast and buttered toast and
I think
it's-
everybody's diet's just different. Like how food interacts with your body is different for everyone, and you just have to figure it out. You have to adjust your diet to you.
cheat days usually mean like a bag of Haribo gummy bears. We just go nuts, and I can't gain an ounce. It's kind of frustrating. I think I haven't weighed. I think I might have gained a little while my legs been hurt.
How old are you?
39.
39. Okay, my factory warranty ran out at 29, and so you might be able to coast a little while longer.
Yeah, fortunately, I had some good examples. I worked for this guy. He was pushing 80, and he did his hour of yoga every day and went swimming in the ocean a couple of times a week, and went and danced for 3 hours every Sunday, and worked his butt off on the farm. Man, he's hardcore, and that's what I want to be when I'm pushing 80. So I gotta get my consistency figured out, man. I gotta get to that daily practice place.
I'll learn to dance when I'm 80. How about that? So
I mean, it's never too late, but I recommend sooner.
probably whatever. So Jeremy, what kind of stuff have you fallen behind on?
How long
And
do we
why?
have?
What's your excuse?
My excuse is that I can't say no. Like, period. Like, I struggle to say no, and I see an idea, and I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. Let me add it to the list, and then I start it, and then I don't finish it, and then I don't finish this one, and then like I've got a fence, Now the fence, like I knew what I wanted to do, and we've got putting up a privacy fence in the front part of the backyard by the house, and then just cattle panel the rest of the way around. But mainly to keep predators out, keep the chickens in the backyard, all that kind of stuff, and let them free range because they're in a coop right now. But like I've been fighting that fence for 2 months now, and it's just having to make like gates and everything, sliding gates, and so between having to figure out how to make it work and then all these other projects that I need to do, and then just life in general, and not being able to say no to, hey, do you want to go out and eat tonight? Yeah, I do. I want to go out and eat. Sure.
Do you want to come on a podcast tonight? Yeah, I do.
Do I want to come? Do you want to? Hey, but look, I was outside working on the fence beforehand, and so I texted you. I'm like, hey, we're good. I think I'm good. 8:30. It's dark here. I can't do anything outside anyway.
I gave you an out. I was
you did. I know you did.
I got
and
two confirmed.
Here I am.
Yep.
But I'm trying to get the fence going, finished up. I've got like everything but the sliding gate done, and then believe it or not, I don't have a compost bin. I just have a pile. I mean, like we've gardened and everything, and that's like I want to do like the 3-bin composting, and
sure.
I just have a pile and a fence.
Don't hate on the pile, man.
Yeah, the
I'm not hating on the
Start.
pile. I'm not, but I want 3 of them so I can move them down, and it's just like that's one of those things that like I want to do that, and so now it's on the list, but yeah, we got to expand the garden this year or next year. Definitely got to expand that, but the biggest thing that I've fallen behind on is not planting a fall garden.
And I've never done that, so I don't even know what that looks like.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're in Alabama, so we got a little bit longer of a growing season and a milder winter, so I can grow a few things still. But like greens, carrots, broccolis, all that kind of stuff. I just haven't done it. And it drives me nuts because I know that I need to be doing that, and I can't. I haven't done it yet. So yeah, it's just because I can't say no. Got too much going on.
I understand.
My wife is heavy on the perennials, so she's been even while I've gone, she's been in another bed, and she's been really working good. So, but it's like, what's a fall garden? We've just got a year-round garden. We're just always putting in perennials.
Now, where are you? You're in Florida, right, Chris?
Yeah, we're in Florida, so we have that same nice long season.
Yeah. We had our first frost September 9th.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see so many people on TikTok that are up north, and they're like, yeah, we're firing up the wood stove, and I'm like, it's 95 degrees here.
It was 80 plus today. It was hot.
Man, I'm in Southern Illinois right now, and it's supposed to be 97 tomorrow. Hotter than Florida. Yep. It's wild. It's wild.
But people are, like, what's her Peelies and Petals? She's a big canner, but she's like the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and she's I've got like 45 days to grow in this. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but it's like, wow, I couldn't. I mean, you adapt, you absolutely adapt, and you figure it out. I couldn't do it.
But I noticed that, like, as you go further north, you shift to more of an animal-based diet. You should go further south, you shift to more of a fruit-based diet, tropical people.
I can see that. Yep.
Yeah, so I've got we some people who are like in that upper, near Canada, and I said, I think you probably, with your extremely small growing season, raise some animals, raise some chickens or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's that was a great realization that I had in this last almost a year that I've been here now. Just thinking about all the cultures that live in very difficult places are so dependent on animals, usually livestock. And so that realization actually caused me to drastically change my whole plans for the property. We're going heavy into goats, milking goats, with an eye towards maybe a yak cow calf operation.
That'd be sweet.
That's the goal anyway. But yeah, animals is huge in difficult places. We can count on about 90 days between frosts, but and next year I'll have hoop houses and row cover and
That's
all
not
that
long
figured
enough.
out. But,
That's not long enough. 90 days.
You need
it
some
is,
range
man.
extension.
It's gonna be great. I'm gonna be ready for a bunch of season extension stuff next
Yeah,
year.
you've read Elliot Colbin's book?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got them all. I love his method of unheated greenhouses
Yeah.
with the row cover in the greenhouse. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of that kind of stuff.
I had I planted loofah this year. I mean, I don't know if you knew that you can grow loofah, like it's like sponges, and ended up with some free seeds, and I was like, well, I'll plant them and try them, and then I put some TikTok videos out, and everybody's like, "Ooh, can I grow that in Illinois?" And I'm like, no, you need like 120 days. It's not gonna happen. Just you can't.
Yeah, once the tropical greenhouse is up, then we'll get into stuff like that.
I got a guy near me growing bananas.
Nice.
So up in Montana, yeah.
Wow.
Bananas in Montana.
Yeah,
Well, that reminds
that's what
No,
we're
go
gonna
ahead.
do.
How's he doing that? Is he bringing them inside? Does he have a greenhouse?
So he does have a greenhouse. What he's got, and I've toured his property. And if anyone's interested, it's ABC Acres in Hamilton, Montana. He did like passive solar greenhouse, and so like he's got like the glass at like a whatever specific angle, but then on the inside he also has a thermal wall. So like he's got like a wall that's probably like a foot thick or whatever, concrete or cinder block or whatever. And he also painted it black, so when the sun hits it in the winter, it heats it up and radiates that heat back out into the greenhouse.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure the bananas, there's some sort of tropical something. I'm pretty sure the bananas. So
I've got some
you
people I
wanna
follow
keep
out
it
of Hawaii.
You
Go
just
ahead.
got to keep the greenhouse above 50 degrees. There's
That all?
the guy who wrote the Forest Garden Greenhouse is doing bananas in the Rockies, and he said he lights a fire like 2 weeks a year to keep the greenhouse above 50 because he's got this great climate battery tech. Check it out; it's awesome.
You know who else is doing some good experiments with it is Paul Wheaton. With he was friends with Mike Oler, who wrote the Underground Bookhouse, and Mike was growing tomatoes in the upper Idaho Peninsula in December with an unheated greenhouse.
I've been to Paul's place too.
Yeah,
Paul's only about 2 hours from me. So I've been to his place.
Man, I definitely would go if I could.
It's not far at all.
Yeah,
Nope, not that far. It's pretty.
I've seen people using rocket mass heaters.
Yep, that's a Paul Wheaton thing.
Yeah, I was thinking that was Paul. I think I was thinking I'd seen him do it, but I didn't sound like an idiot.
We're gonna go with a heated pool.
Heated pool, a rocket mass heated pool.
No, just the heated pool in the greenhouse.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's thermal mass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And hook it up to a wood burner to keep that at temp, and by default the greenhouse should be plenty toasty.
You're talking that kind of wood heat, like the container, like for the wood sits inside of the water and like.
No, we'll
I've seen
have
that for hot tubs.
Yeah. No, we'll have a pump system.
Okay.
An exchanger of some sort, because it'll also probably be powering a sauna.
Gotcha.
That's
So
kind of makes
Scott,
it first.
you never said what, like, we know why you fell behind on your stuff, but what kind of stuff have you fallen behind on?
Yeah, so I was hoping to have a couple. It's hard because there's all these things that I need money to do, like put a couple more pasture fences up, and a few other things. Build a little greenhouse front wall to the goat barn. Is pretty high on the list, and I'm always like battling that frustration, like, oh, I need a little more money to do that project, but there's so much I can be doing with just my labor. the physical limitation has been hard. It's given me a lot more time to like think like that and kind of wrestle with that. But you know, there was a bunch of stuff that I just didn't get to this year. I'm not where I want to be with firewood. I'm not where I want to be with clearing the trees that I've selected to come down. I'm not where I want to be with fences. I'm not where I want to be with finding a partner. But you know,
Is your place heated solely by firewood?
yeah, we're replacing the pellet stove. We just got our wood stove a couple of weeks ago, and I'm gonna swap that out this week. And I got a lot of wood. That's not an issue. But you know, I wanted a couple more trees to be down and be ready for fences. And I like to drop trees in just one cut and have plenty of room to process it. And once I start putting all the fences up, that possibility dwindles rather quickly. So, you know, whatever. I'm harvesting potatoes now. The goats are getting fat. There's so much to like be stoked on. My knee is healing. I can do a little bit more every day if I don't push it too hard. So back to the consistency thing that Chris was talking about. That's the name of the game, man. Just showing up like every day.
Mm-hmm.
It puts you ahead of 80% of everybody else.
Yeah.
What's this partner thing you're looking for? I think I've seen you mention that on Twitter, but what is that?
Yeah. Well, the business I want to build is not a one-man operation. So I'm looking for
Which is
come
on, dude.
Worm farm and nursery
Okay.
are the kind of primary commercial facets of things here.
Nice.
So like ideally I find a partner who wants to buy into the business with enough money to build the steel building for the worm farm and get all the materials we need for the nursery, and we're off and running year one next year. But you know,
Nice.
I've got tiers in mind and percentages I'd give up, and I definitely want a co-owner. I don't want an employee or anything like that.
Someone that's vested.
Yeah, someone who wants to build their own business, but you know, their own agricultural business, but doesn't necessarily have the means to launch their own thing.
I've got a worm bin. It's about this big and about this bigger.
Nice.
I want to do like a worm bin and a whole. I mean, not to the scale that you're talking about, but but I've always been intrigued by the whole worm farming.
Yeah, I want to do a couple of bins that are like 30 feet long by like 6 or 8 feet wide.
Nice. We bought. Is it who's the guy that's Uncle Jim's Worms or something like that? Where you can buy. He's basically got a massive, huge scale worm farm. I've bought them from him before.
Yeah, Jeremy, have you had any trouble with fire ants? Because we had a couple worm bins and
mine's inside in the garage.
Okay. That's I'll probably need to do it like with a moat if we ever do it again. Yeah, fire ants
go under.
When you're in the South, fire ants are like absurd
everywhere.
They're like everywhere. Yeah.
Dealt with tiny fire ants in Hawaii, but it's a totally different thing. They don't have to bite you; they can just walk across you, and you'll get a line.
Yeah. They're aggressive and nasty. Yeah,
they will run after you. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're.
They're
the Chihuahua of the insect world.
They will hunt you down and kill your family.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing to try to catch up? Is it just the consistency, or is there anything else?
Ooh, you know, my brother just came out. That was really nice. You know, he was only here for a couple of days, but you know, it was good motivation. We went out together, chopped down a few trees, and I had somebody there to roll away all the trunk rounds for me, and so that was huge. Just being able to take that big of a bite out of a project I've been thinking about so long.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we were doing other stuff. We were having fun too. So we only put in 3 or 4 hours each of the days that he was here, but yeah, we got a lot done. It was cool. I had a friend come out earlier in the summer, help me with putting the fence up. So man, friends and family can sure go a long way for just a little burst of productivity, a little catch up.
Right. Yeah. Whenever my dad, he just works like nonstop. Like I'm just like him in that I can't sit still. I need to be doing something. Like we got home yesterday and my wife like hands me like our baby girl and she's like, just sit with him. I'm like, I had an energy drink like 2 hours ago. Like I'm like shaky. Like I need to be doing something. And so like I've got a baby one hand. I'm like picking up these big plastic bins, moving stuff around. And so it like whatever. So when my dad comes out, we get like a ton of stuff done. At least we try to. It's progress, let's say. And it's just because there's two of you, and like Scott, you were saying like you only did like 3 or 4 hours worth of work a day. That's not 6 to 8 man hours. Sometimes it gives you like just having that other person there, you get more done because it's more productive, but also like it's more energizing too. Like, hey, I'm not the only one dealing with this crappy project right now. Like you just can kind of go through it better, faster. Yeah, it helps a lot.
For me, like trying to do having someone come to help, I feel like I've got to be more respectful of their time. And so,
oh yes.
So I don't want to sit around it because if it's just me, I'm going to sit around and look at this and go, no, if I do it this way, it's, but if they're here, I'm like, okay, we're just going to get it done because I want to be respectful of your time and
absolutely,
and not sit around and be lazy and think.
Like I've got 1, maybe 2 guys coming to help me on Saturday. I've got a huge mess at my place. I shot a little video of it this afternoon. I'll probably post it tomorrow sometime. Like, not last week because I was on vacation, but the week before I had canceled. I don't even know what we were going to talk about last week, that time. But I'm like, I sent out the email like I gotta have this excavator for like another day. Like this, I made a huge mess.
Oh, I saw those videos.
I need to at least clean it up better. I'm not going to be able to I could take it for another week and I'd still not get done. But so I got impatient waiting for like a guy to show up, like to do all the dirt work that I wanted to get done around my place. And so I tried to get another guy and he was busy. He's like, I should have just told you no. And I'm like, yeah. So I rented the excavator myself and I was like, whatever, I can just put this in my tool belt of skills. Like I know how to run a mini X.
And it's just fun, right?
It was, but I talked to a couple of people about it. It's kind of stressful too. Like when I'm like, I got pretty good at it, but I carry all the stress like up in like my shoulders
your
and
neck
my
and
neck,
shoulders,
and it feels like I did all that dirt work by hand. But
I think a lot of that with a rental or a loaner equipment, I think a lot of that stress just comes from like the recognition that you're in somebody else's very, very expensive tool. And
well, did you see
that's what stresses
happened
me
to
out
it
when I'm in
the first 20 minutes I had it?
No, I didn't.
So the guy's walking me through the controls and he's like, blah, 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 this, that. I'm like, okay, I think I got it. And he's like, yeah, if you want to open up the cab door, this is how you do it. Because so like there's the door on the side and then there's the windshield. Well, the windshield goes up. And so you got to like flip these little levers and slide it up. And like he's like, okay, you got to like do it a little bit harder to engage it. So I click it back. Okay, cool. And he's like, all right. So I go to like bring it back down and I try to put it in place. He goes, no, you got to hit it harder. And so I slide it up a little bit and slam it down, shatters like the glass just all over my driveway. And and the guy's right there. And I'm like, I'm thinking I better not have to pay for this. You told me to slam it. And
yeah.
And so he's like, this happens probably 5 or 6 times a year. What happened? Like when it gets traveled on like from place to place on a trailer, like rocks come up, hit the windshield, put a chip in it. You don't realize it. And then when you go to do stuff like that, it shatters, and it's that tempered glass, and so it just exploded. And that was like a nice added mess to everything. And so like I've got this big, I don't know, maybe 12 by 10 foot section of gravel, like missing gravel, because I like in the driveway, so I like scooped it all up and put it in my little rock trench I dug for drainage. All this, so whatever. It was a big mess. We probably spent half an hour cleaning up the excavator before I got to use it, like with a vacuum and everything. So.
God.
Yeah.
But did he make you pay? Did you have to pay for it?
Nope, did not have
There
to
you
pay
go.
for the glass.
There you go.
So.
So you asked the
so
question.
yeah.
You asked a question. I wanted to come back to it. Is what do you do to catch up?
Yes.
And it is for me. It's that consistency. But I'm also thinking forward to my projects that I want to do. We want to put in a pond, so I'm going to be getting that excavator. I've already tried. I used a backhoe, but I'm going to need something with more oomph because it was just a small little bucket. But yeah, we want to put in a small pond with some aquaponics, and I'm thinking forward to my projects. We put in that solar power, and we're wanting to put in probably just more garden beds. Got to put in a fence, a gate for the fence, and so the way I'm going at my projects, what's my contingency? I'm thinking forward into my projects, and what's my contingency if. And I'm the slow guy. Life has always been in slow motion. It's always been dragging my butt. What if I can't finish that this year? What do we do? What's our plan B? And so I'm just trying to walk through my projects carefully. So solar, our plan B is just run on grid power until such time as we have to. But a power outage, we've got a couple of inverters, a couple of generators. So there's. All I'm trying to say is that you're approaching your projects with thoughtfulness and with care, so that falling behind doesn't cause the whole family to just be in upside down for 6 months. There's
don't do what I'm doing. Got it.
I don't know what you're doing, so I can't comment.
Doing what Jeremy does, just a lot bigger and
cooler. Okay.
I start one project. And I run into like a speed bump of some sort. I'm like, I'll get to that later, and then I start something else, like renting an excavator and digging a hole in the backyard.
I don't see the problem, Matt.
Look, it's just all stuff that now I've got a lot of work for my dad to do when he comes out next.
I went and bought some new fence slats the other day, and I pull in, and I'm like, these have now aged for 2 months. These aren't going to match. Son of a... Eventually they will. They'll eventually all gray, and I'll stain them, and it'll be great and wonderful. But yeah, and also I'm trying to hide what's in the backyard. I don't want... because we live in suburban. We're not in a neighborhood, but we've got neighbors, and I want to try to at least semi-conceal the fact that I have a bunch of chickens when I'm not supposed to. And I can't conceal the roosters, but... But I mean, we're putting up the privacy fence.
Collars for roosters, like bark collars for roosters.
So I've come this close to buying them. Well, so they're like basically you can just get a piece of Velcro and wrap it around them, and it's all you're doing is you're concealing or not concealing. You're restricting. Thank you. Yeah, words are hard. Restricting the whatever they crow with. So they can still crow, but it's not as audible. Yeah, it's like
a silencer
it's like a suppressor on a rooster.
Yeah,
right.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the correct word.
Right. I've come very close to buying those, but I haven't. I should.
Remind me, you're not supposed to have chickens at all, or your limit is 6 or something like that?
6. Yeah,
okay.
No roosters and 6. And then I had somebody drive up. I had some trees cut down that were right up against the house, and I wasn't touching those. And he pulls in, and he goes, "How do you have trees in the city?" And I go, how do you have not trees? How do you have chickens in the city? And I'm like, I just do. I did it. I just went and I didn't ask permission. I just did it. And he's like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
That's it. That's all you wanted to know.
Yeah. I'm like, just don't ask. half the battle's acting like you belong. I mean,
That's right. That's right.
just
Yeah, I
do it.
gotta. It's like the Ron Swanson. Like I have permission to do whatever I want.
Right.
I forgot to add where I was going with that whole thing. Jeremy, what you had mentioned was being mindful of others' time. So those
Yep.
those people that are coming on Saturday to help me out, like I need to kind of get my ass in gear this week, and we're gonna focus on the fence. My wife is like, "Got to get the fence done." Like I agree. It's been like working on this thing. So like I need to prep what we are going to do so that when they're here, it can get done. Because I don't want to waste their time like
Right.
sanding or staining or whatever. Like it can just be ready. We can cut the pieces and attach them and go do fence. I could try out my DeWalt fencing staple gun. So that'll be fun.
It's always fun to get new tools.
As
You can
long
ju-
as you use them, otherwise your wife gets mad.
Oh yeah, I mean, but if you can justify it by a project,
Still just less mad. Do you really need this? I do.
it will.
Okay.
It means more time. Means more time inside.
That's right. Except when you don't explain it properly, like I did, and she's like, "I thought this did this thing also in addition." Like, no, it only does the one thing. Oh, then it's not that cool, or it doesn't seem worth it anymore. Like, I feel like I thought I explained it properly, but I did not.
Mm-mm.
Whoops. But we're not selling it, so. So other than being getting some help, Christopher, what was your thing again? You had
just being thoughtful about their projects and having
Yes.
contingencies, because life happens, and it's happened a lot in my case. I'm like, man, I just wish I could be way ahead of where I am.
right.
But we're doing, I just tell myself, I'm lapping everyone on the couch, and we're doing, better than a lot of others. And I think if push came to shove, like if it didn't have to work these two jobs, I would we'd be good. I'd be able to give all of that time to the homestead. So put in what you can, show up every day, and it's just going to chip away at it. And you just don't worry, because we're falling behind. It's not like there's a true, in our case, there's no deadline like April 22nd. If we don't get it all done, then the house is going to turn into a pumpkin or something. We're cutting off and making ourselves into a more sustainable life for what's coming in the next decade. So there's the concern is that it won't be ready in time. But some way, somehow, if you're determined, you're not going to just let life come at you. You're going to actually fight it. You'll hit that moment, and you'll do what it takes in that moment. I'm convinced. I just I know that in my own life that something I come up against the deadline of some sort, and I just got to get this done, and I put it in, and it gets done, because that whole commitment to it's going to happen. I've got 3 kids to protect. I've got a mother-in-law, and a wife, and we've got to look out for we're looking out for neighbors as well. And when a push comes to shove, we will do it. We'll get there. So
Another thing that I thought of just now was not comparing yourself to others and getting discouraged. Probably helps.
Yeah.
So like I look at all the stuff that you guys are doing, and I'm like, damn, I ain't S. I ain't anything. Like I've got so much that it's like I'll just.
And I'm in the behind everybody else. I'm the least one here for sure.
How can you say
I'm
that?
behind you.
It's like you have a functional garden. I have garden plants that might give me tomatoes. Actually, I guess we did have some tomatoes, but it was nothing like last year. This year sucked absolutely because we neglected it. But again, falling behind.
Yeah.
But whatever, we did something this year.
Yeah,
so.
you did. Yeah, don't get discouraged. You're right. Don't compare yourself. you'll
Compare
do what takes
yourself to
sometimes.
yourself.
Yeah, and you'll do
So,
what it
so
takes
next
when it's
year,
time.
yeah, take a step forward next year. Yeah.
Just do more.
I get those kinds of questions all the time. Like, well, how do I get started gardening? Well, just put something in the ground. One thing, two things, three. Just don't think like I got to do this massive garden. I got to be completely self-sustainable in 1 year, 2 years. No, add to it every year.
Yeah.
Pick a few things that you like, start with them, and then next year add another thing, and then the next year add something else.
Yeah.
Figure out how to get perennials in the ground, and so that way you don't have to keep planting those next year. I mean, like, but just add to it. Compare yourself to yourself, not to someone else.
Yeah. Master that 4x8 section. Master it. Get it so good, because then you're going to know how to replicate that next year into 2 more. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would caveat that with, but you better be excited about it, because if you're not excited about it, you're not going to do it. But it's like, oh, I got these 3 little wimpy tomato plants that I planted. Woo, go me. It's like, no, I've got tomatoes, got chives, I got cilantro.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my own salsa this year, or whatever people make.
Now I'll backtrack on that just a little bit, because if you do plant 2, 3, or 4 little plants and that's it, like you said, you kind of lose interest almost. But if you're invested and you've got a massive garden, well, you've got a lot of time and resources put into that. You better keep it up, otherwise you've thrown it all away.
I do that a lot.
Oh, well, there you go. We towards the end, September? So towards the end of August, we kind of started getting to that point of like, I'm so tired of this. I'm done. I'm tired of picking beans and cucumbers. We had so many cucumbers this year. I don't know if there's like tons of like.
It's the smallest violin in the world.
I've been using that one a lot lately.
Oh yeah.
But no, I get it. Like you just need the variety of things. Like it's like going to work and doing the same thing every day. Like that's boring. Like
It does get boring.
So if you're just picking like all your cucumbers on your mountain of whatever, Jeremy, like that would get boring after a while, even if
there's only so many ways you can save and store cucumbers. You can pickle them and you can dry them, and that's about
you should
it.
invent a new way.
I had a dry cucumber.
Dehydrated. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I dehydrated some cucumbers this year, and they were interesting. Like we've got a mandolin slicer, so we got them cut real thin and dehydrated them for like 12 hours. Put some salt on them, and I'm like, they're almost like chips, but they're not really like chips. It's weird. It was a good way to. Yeah, they were good. It was a good little snack.
Do you spice them?
I haven't. I just put salt and pepper on them.
After the dehydration or before?
Before.
So it like bakes in or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
the first time I accidentally put a little too much salt on those. They were so salty. But they're good though. They're different. They're just a good snack. It's just
boring.
Just boring.
Just boring.
Yep.
So let's see. I'm trying to think of what haven't we touched on that you guys want to kind of talk about? Anything else?
Not all at once, right?
Right. Yeah. Scott, you're in deep thought. This is usually your bedtime, so I'm curious what you guys.
Yeah, no, we're definitely on the way. All the dogs are sleeping over here, just taunting me.
Oh, nice. That's good. That's good motivation. That real complete aside. I didn't see your goat video. What was your goat video?
Oh, dude, so cool. This is like a great little morale boost.
Let's hear
I
it.
just threw this little like 25-second video I shot, out in the morning with the goats. I usually sit there with my coffee and my book, and I just shot a little video and they were being cute, and I threw it up on my YouTube channel, and we've got like 65,000 views on it now.
Whoa.
And subscribers are going up slowly. There's no engagement whatsoever on the video. But I mean, it got picked up in some kind of algorithm because it's being seen. I mean, it's thousands and thousands a day.
Wow, do more of that. Do more of those videos.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and so I already shot it today. I don't know if I'll get to uploading it tonight, but I want to start like the Daily Goat and just do 25 seconds. 25 seconds. No. Oh, here it is. Yeah, the morning grazing. And just 25 seconds. No talking. No words.
Yeah. No, do a YouTube short.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do YouTube shorts.
And that's it. Boom. And 65,000 views or something.
Yeah, people
It's
eat
crazy.
that up.
Now, Scott,
So,
do you
yeah,
have
I'll
a
look
do you
into
have a
the shorts.
TikTok channel?
No TikTok. We just started an Instagram.
Yeah.
I for the most part steer potential customers away from Twitter because that's kind of my personal Twitter.
Yeah, you throw out some real like touchy
Provocative.
stuff. Yeah, provocative. Yeah.
I try to focus.
I appreciate it, but normies wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm trying to focus in on, just that it's a bad idea to have one massive entity controlling our food and our energy and our money. I try to leave it at that, but sometimes I just can't leave it at that and
Right.
have to
You can't
chime
help
in.
yourself. Yep, I get it. Like, yeah, I totally get it.
But it's good motivation to post more farm content because I want the farm content to outweigh the other stuff.
Like,
Check
But
out
yeah,
check out TikTok. I don't know, I mean, you may not want to, but
I can't bring
like those
myself
goat
to
videos. Those goat
feed the
videos.
Chinese
will just,
spies.
yeah. I mean, let's be honest. They all know everything about us anyway. So
Yeah.
that's,
There's no
that's,
secrets.
that was my
Yeah.
mentality because
Yeah.
I fought it
that's
for a
so
while,
funny. That was all our mentality because I did
And
the
then
same thing.
and I'm like, who am I kidding?
Yeah.
They know who I am already.
They don't give a damn about me.
Right.
I'm a nobody. I'm a data point.
I just went for it.
I always live my life on the internet in such a way that anything I say or look at or do on the internet, if I wouldn't want it to be on the cover of the New York Times tomorrow morning, I don't do it on the internet. That's just, and then you're safe,
Well,
I try to
that.
not say anything that I wouldn't say to someone in person, but
Yeah.
the problem there is like I don't have a very good filter in person either. And so it's I'll like pull a Kramer.
We'll see you on the cover of the New York
say it
Times
anyway.
tomorrow.
Yep,
All
check
right.
that one out in the morning.
Jeremy, are you volunteering on managing all of our TikToks since you're so good at it?
Negative.
Can I
Negative.
pay you?
I've got so many. What?
He got his attention.
Now we're interested. Yeah.
Nope. I've got 2 that I manage already.
Are you
2 for me.
serious?
Well, mine, my personal one, and then the Pure Bama, which I don't really put anything out there anymore for
Gotcha.
our teacher company. We're
So
kinda
what does
shutting
it
that
do
down.
for you? What are you getting out of it? Okay, for real?
A little bit, not much.
All right.
Not much. It truthfully, here's what it is. Because I like to teach, I like to help, and I think that there's so many people that still have their head in the sand about what's going on in our world, and the economy, just being prepared. Like canning, I mean, it's not hard.
Yeah.
Like trying to teach, like I look at what's going on with our food supply, and I think it's just a matter of time before it crumbles. And so many people are going to go hungry and be lining up for soup kitchens. And if you can just get some of this, teach people how to grow some food, how to preserve some food, mylar bags and rice and beans even. I mean, it's something to, I think you offset the impact of any kind of food crisis that's coming. So, I mean, like, personally, I just want to help people out, but I saw an opportunity to make a little bit off of it also.
And why
And
not?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it helps to. Some people sit there and will complain about, I see you're making money from Amazon or whatever, and so
Yeah.
what? I mean, if
Yeah.
I'm making a little bit of money, it entices me to continue to make more content, which gives you more information, which it's.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, that argument is just so terrible.
It
It's
is.
like,
It is.
oh,
Yeah.
you point out that we live in this horrific system, yet you live in this horrific system.
Right.
It's like, yeah,
Right.
dude, we're here.
Yeah,
Doing
you're
what I
you're
can.
typing that comment on this horrific system. It-
Right.
you say about-
Exactly.
yeah,
You got $1,000 iPhone in your hand, and you're
right.
complaining. Come on.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's what I get out of it, helping people, and then there's a
Cool.
little bit of monetization, but not substantial. But
Cool.
I would
And
love
then
to get
as
to the
you
point
take
that
on
it's
new-
substantial and I can quit my job. But
yeah. Well, you take on new projects. You're learning for yourself. You're teaching others. At the same
absolutely.
time. It's like a win-win-win. Yeah.
And that's a good point, Christopher, because there's so many things that like I've done, and somebody's come back and said, "Well, hey, what if you do it this way?" And I'm like, "Well, hey, that's actually a better way to do it."
You can make
So I've
cucumber
learned a
chips.
lot. I've learned a lot too. So it's been
that
fun.
almost never happens though, so we can pretty much discard that.
What, cucumber chips?
No, like good ideas on TikTok, like good comments.
Mm.
There's a few.
They're diamonds
Very
in the rough. It's...
They are. Yeah, that block button and me are like best friends.
So
I
what
mean,
you're
there's
saying is, I don't want to be on TikTok.
You got to
I mean,
train your algorithm. That's the key.
yeah,
Or if
Well,
I
so
get on,
for-
don't look at the comments.
yeah. So
Yeah.
there's for the longest time, like I would respond to all these comments, and I would,
Mm.
I'd fire back at them, and then
It
I
is
realized
fun, though.
sometimes, and then it wears on you.
Oh
and so
yeah,
then
then
I
you
just
get bored, and
and
then
then I
you get
get-
mean.
I just got angry. And mad. I'm like, just block, be done with it. Or
Yeah.
if you let it stay there long enough, somebody else will come in and fight your battles for you. That's always
There you
fun
go.
too.
Cool.
Yeah, I had one video go viral, and it pissed off every electrician under the sun. and I at first I was like being super snarky, and because people didn't get that it was a joke.
Right.
Like electricians are the worst people in the world. I'm just gonna say that they're the worst. And they think that they're like God's gift to the world. You're not. You suck, and nobody likes you. But and so like I literally started out the video with like Thomas Jefferson. No, it was Thomas Edison. I was like, Thomas Edison is a dickhead, and like just like it was ridiculous from the start, and it's like you couldn't pick up on that the rest of it was kind of a joke, but
People are dense.
yeah, they are. They're like, you said this thing about the phases, and that's not right.
Well, I had one
Okay, teach me.
the other day. I don't know if you saw the one that I put out the other day. I just like quit throwing away your bacon fat, and it was just me cooking bacon, and I mean there was no talking to it at all. It was just
I did see the
fun.
one about the grease. Yep.
yeah. And then like 3 or 4 people came in and said, "Quit cooking in Teflon pans." I'm like, are you? That's the hill you want to die on? I mean,
Yes, I will die on that hill with them.
I'll die on that hill.
but I mean, like, okay, fine, we used it. So what? I mean,
Yeah, whatever.
Since 2013,
It's
like
on
it's been
sale at
safe.
Costco. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's like
They're still good. Yeah, no, I get it, man. Like they just pick up on like just the
you're
little
never gonna
details
make everyone happy.
because you didn't do it to their perfection or whatever,
Yep.
and it's like whatever. Screw you
Yeah,
guys.
people don't want to hear your opinion. They want to hear their opinion coming out of your mouth.
That's true. That is true.
that is very true.
So next episode we should just have all wrong opinions, like just the most unpopular opinions. We should just do an unpopular
Oh,
opinion
yeah.
episode.
Oh, I'm gonna be on fire.
I mean, honestly, if that's the crowd favorite, we can do unpopular opinions next episode. Because the other one I was thinking
Get ready
of was,
to hear about Elon Musk, boys.
I will fire back on you on Elon Musk. Screw that guy.
So Scott, are you pro Elon? Is that what I hear?
I'm 100% pro SpaceX
Ah,
for sure.
so if I come in with my flat Earth theories, you're gonna. I'm just kidding.
I'll
Bring them.
I'll chuckle.
I don't have
Just
any.
as
I don't
would
have any.
chuckle as a Stone Age guy tries to grunt his tool explanation to me or something. It's like, it's funny. It's like, yeah,
So-
dude, that's really cool. Good job.
All right. So let's wrap up here. Be respectful of people's time, Jeremy. Okay, so
My bad.
okay, so we've got Christopher Vidal. Plug your stuff.
Yes, sir. SecureCoop.com. Get on the mailing list. Get the free ebook. Get the coupon. FarmHopLife rocks. And I'm eagerly trying to finish the project. Get it for sale maybe this year. In fact, this is what I was working on, making the loud keyboard sounds, and got that problem worked out. So now I'm able to copy the code in. I was yay. So I remember at the start of the thing, I said, and now it's working. So it's beautiful. So
You're welcome.
hopefully by the
Glad we could all help you.
yeah, right. So hopefully by the end of the year, I'll be able to sell, and it is a coop door opener with phone notifications, and I
Nice.
have long story short, super bulletproof reliability, such that I can make a guarantee that if there's ever an issue that comes up and I don't tell you about it, and you lose your flock, I'll replace your flock up to 20 birds. So, yeah, get on SecureCoop.com. Hit
I'm
me up.
sitting here thinking, how can I get some free birds out of this?
Because you won't, because I have
It's
monitoring
super secure.
and I have logging, and I will tell you, yes, I told you about this, and you clicked, I confirm that. So, yeah.
It's super secure.
Yes, sir.
Where's my buttons here? There we go. Jeremy, go ahead.
Yeah, DeweyLikeDonuts on TikTok and on the Instagram. Instagram followers are nowhere near TikTok, but it's getting there. And then, yeah, Pure Bama Apparel for anyone that's an Alabama native. We
Fixed
make
it.
Southern T-shirts. What was wrong with it?
Oh, I didn't have the link for the first time.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so that's we started this business last year, and don't know how much longer it's going to last because people aren't buying T-shirts that much these days.
No, they are not. No, they are not. But that's okay. We try anyways.
They're buying food.
They're buying food. I guess they learned something.
Yeah.
We did it. Go ahead, Scott.
Little Pine Farm on YouTube, Little Pine Farm CO on Instagram. I'll have to look into the TikTok thing, but
No,
daily-
don't feed the Chinese. Don't feed the Chinese.
the daily-ish goat videos are going to be coming on YouTube. So
Do
I'm
the
gonna make
YouTube
some
shorts.
little shorts. Okay,
Yep. Do YouTube shorts.
I've never. Yeah, cool. I mean,
It's like the TikTok of
Yeah.
YouTube.
I've come this close to doing that.
Okay.
I just haven't gotten out there yet.
Facebook has it too, and so yeah, do that.
and they'll still all populate to my channel and playlists and everything.
I think
Or is
so.
it stories?
Upload it to each one. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
It's appropriate for that kind of a.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. I'll check it out. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody should dance this week.
Everybody should dance this week.
Nobody wants to watch me dance.
Oh, nobody's
Jeremy,
got. Nobody's
you and I
got.
can dance together.
I dance like a wet ape.
Once I'm dancing long enough, I am a wet ape.
Nice. All right, and I am Matt Derosier of FarmHopLife. We are a traveling homestead family. Check us out, farmhoplife.com. You can support the 20 by 23 project, where we're going to help 20 homesteads in 2023. And you can also help support us buying shirts. This sweet shirt, decent at a lot of things.
I saw that shirt today.
That's all I'm good for, is decent at a lot of things. I'm not good at anything, just decent. So
Jack of all trades.
Yep.
Decent.
decent of all trades. So,
What's
yeah,
the Jack of all trades saying? You know, Jack of all
Master of
trades,
none.
master of none. But what's the rest of that?
Yeah, the rest of it is the most important part.
Yes,
Right.
Yes, and I can't remember what it is. The master of none, or I can't. Master of none is better than a master of
Okay.
one or something like that.
But oftentimes better than a master of one.
There you go. Yeah.
There it is. So,
So
all
be
right.
decent at a lot of things.
Decent at a lot of things, which I am. I'm just decent at. So, which is fine. I'm good with it.
Yep. So
I'm
we
happy. Next week, maybe unpopular opinions. Maybe don't fit in is the other topic. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks you guys for being here,
Thanks
and
for the
see everybody
opportunity.
next time.
Thanks for having us.